Commanders fans, as you see, I'm on vacation right now. But I did, of course, watch the game. Ron Rivera's got to go. We already know this. They all got to go. They just got to go, man. Being unprepared. The Giants had 5 sacks on the season. They had 5 sacks in the first half. We didn't score a touchdown. The only reason why we scored a touchdown is because Sterling Shepard muffed the punt. That's the only reason why. We made Tyrod Taylor look like Warren Moon. Beautiful passes to Jalen Hyatt. Ron Rivera accepted a penalty on 3rd and goal. We got to stop. They called a penalty because they held Chase Young. They were holding Chase Young the whole game. Chase Young had a solid game. He had a good game. I think the defense in the second half, they were good. Deron Payne with a heck of a forced fumble. My goodness, that's a heck of a play. That's just a grown man play to strip the ball and take the ball away and take Saquon Barkley's cookies away. That's just a clutch forced fumble there. You know, and that's why I said him and John Allen, they deserve to play in the playoffs. I feel bad for those guys. They deserve to go on a deep playoff run, and they probably won't get it here. If you saw John Allen's interview, he said he's effing tired of this. It's been 7 effing years, and he's tired of it. I understand his pain, his frustration. It's time for Ron to go. It's been time. Eric Bieniemy, he's been super inconsistent. He acts like he's still with Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce. You're just not there anymore. 7-step drops, not being ready for the blitz. Wink Martindale, we all know that he's going to blitz every play or blitz every 3rd down. You just have Sam sitting there like a sitting duck, and Sam's not ready for the rush, you know? So, I mean, it's the same thing every week. We know every team comes in and plays us, it's the get-right game. The Falcons, they barely had any sacks. They end up with 5 sacks. The Giants barely had any sacks. They end up with 5 sacks. It's the same thing every week. You can blame Sam. The offensive line's not good either. Andrew Wiley false start every time. Charles Leno false start almost every other time. Getting beat every time. Just terrible. Roster construction bad by Ron Rivera. Offensive line construction terrible by Ron Rivera. Just awful. The only reason why we scored, and then I'll get to Jahan. We'll get Jahan Dotson out of the way. He dropped it. He should have caught it. Was it a tough catch? Yeah, it was, because he threw it behind him. But he should have caught the football. You're a first-round pick. You're the 16th pick of the draft. You caught stuff like that last year. We've seen you catch passes like that. So you got to catch the football. You got to catch the football. He's had a bad year, sophomore slump. People call him a bust. He's not a bust. He's a darn good player. He's a darn good football player. He is. He's a good football player. I think he's still a good football player. He's just had a bad year. I don't know if he was one of the guys that said Eric Bieniemy was pushing him too hard or whatever, but there's something upstairs mentally that's off with John right now. It's just something mentally off. And Eric Bieniemy, it took him way too long to get Terry involved. Terry McLaurin finally gets involved. He makes a tough grown man catch on 2 guys. And I thought it was a touchdown, but they did touch his head. That should have been a touchdown in the second half. Of course, the kick gets blocked. Joey Sly getting his kick blocked, and we just don't convert. Just Shaq and the fool stuff happens to us all the time. We didn't deserve to be in that football game. We should have gotten blown out anyway. We should have been blown out. We shouldn't have even been in the football game. Eric Bieniemy doesn't call a screen pass until late in the game. He doesn't get Terry involved until late in the game. No quick passes, no easy throws, long developing routes. He can't scheme anybody open against man-to-man coverage at all against one of the worst defenses in the league. The Giants didn't score a touchdown in the first half and like the whole season or something crazy like that. They finally scored a touchdown on us very easily. Tyrod Taylor walking us down. Deep passes to Jalen Hyatt. Ben St. Juice got beat twice by Jalen Hyatt. Ron Rivera challenged, but I knew that they weren't going to give us that call in New York. They're just not going to do that. The intentional grounding call, I thought that was a BS call on Sam Howell. I did not think that was intentional grounding at all. I disagree with that. But to start off now 14-0, To start off 14-0 against the Giants is just inexcusable. That's loser football. That's loser football. Should Ron have gone for it on 4th down? I didn't mind him going for the field goal, but it got blocked. I'm looking at my notes here. We were 0 for 10 on 3rd downs at one point. Like, that was just terrible. And every 3rd down it was a sack. Sam Howell, he didn't play well today. It should have been a pick 6. Kayvon Thibodeau had Butterhand's hands like a snake. I don't know how Kayvon Thibodeau did not drop that. I mean, I don't know how he didn't catch that. I just don't know how. It should have been a pick 6. Would that have been 21-0? I can't even remember because I'm on vacation. I'm running around and stuff with the kids and stuff. So I just saw Kayvon Thibodeau drop that. That was just awful. And we got lucky. Like, they gave us a lot of breaks. Graham Gano missed a kick. in the beginning. Like, we should have lost really 24-0. We really should have lost 24-0. Curl hit Tyrod Taylor in the head. They picked up the flag on that, so we kind of got away with that one too. And I can't even blame the refs. The refs weren't great, but I can't blame the refs at all. Sam Howell forced a pass to Jahan Dotson. That was a terrible interception that he threw there. That was just awful. It was a lollipop pass. It was pretty bad. That was awful by Sam Howell. Saquon Barkley, he looked hurt. He hurt his arm, so he wasn't 100%. He still had a really, like, after we threw the interception, after Sam threw the interception, he had an easy catch and run for a touchdown. The gun runs that Bieniemy does. He doesn't get B-Rob warmed up. He loves Chris Rodriguez. I like Chris Rodriguez too, but Brian Robinson's your best running back. He's your best running back, and you don't give him touches. You don't get him warmed up. I said every game. He's not a bell cow running back, but he's a guy you got to give him 15, 20 carries every game. He's a guy, he needs 15, 20 carries every game. That's how you get the best out of Brian Robinson. It just is what it is. Chase Young got a couple sacks. I thought he played well for the most part, getting pressure. I would be sellers at the deadline. I would trade him. I love Chase Young, but we're not going anywhere with this team. We're not making the playoffs. We don't deserve to make the playoffs with Ron Rivera. I would be sellers at the deadline. I would try to get the most I can get for guys. And if we would have won this game, I would keep Chase Young. I would keep Chase Young. I would keep Montez, and I would keep pushing for the playoffs. But we're not going anywhere. We don't deserve to make the playoffs. We just don't. We don't deserve to. Defense played better in the third quarter. Sam almost threw another interception. Terry McLaurin, heck of a catch. That was just a heck of a catch. Joey Slye had his kick block. Talked about that. Should have Ron Rivera went for it. Jamin Davis with the penalty on that third down, the holding. I didn't get to see the replay, but we got a sack on that play, but they took it away because it was a holding penalty. And then we ended up getting the ball back anyway because we forced a fumble. Deron Payne just made a heck of a play. The Jahan Dotson drop, it just hurt. It hurt really bad. Should have been a first down. Terry McLaurin on the 4th and 1, he made a heck of a catch. We'll look at the team stats and we'll just wrap it up for today. Not gonna make this too long. We were 1 for 15 on third downs. A lot of that's on Bieniemy, and a lot of that is on Sam as well, and just the offensive line. It's a combination of things, but guys aren't getting open. Guys aren't getting schemed open, for one, and the offensive line is bad. A lot of it, they were just getting pressure in like literally 1 or 2 seconds. They were getting back there, like 1 or 2 guys, 2 guys getting back to Sam, not just one. 1 for 15 on third downs. The Giants were 5 for 16. We were 2 for 3 on fourth downs. We missed the last one. We got sacked 6 times. We got 4 sacks. Rushing attempts, 19, not enough. 76 yards on the ground. We just don't run the football enough. We just don't. We don't run the football enough. We don't run it well either. A lot of shotgun runs, and we're just not productive running the football. Against one of the worst teams in the league. The Giants are 31st in rush defense. We can't even run the football on them. It's just inexcusable. 10 penalties. We're undisciplined. That's on coaching too. We're undisciplined. We're just not disciplined at all. Wiley, our captain's getting false start. Charles Leno. Wiley getting false starts. Nick Gates getting beat. Sadiq Charles got hurt. I don't know if he came back in or not. I can't remember. Deron Payne got injured at the end of the game too. We're just a bad team. We played down to our competition. And Daniel Jones didn't even play. We lost to Tyrod Taylor, our backup. Andrew Thomas didn't play. I don't think Evan Neal played. Justin Pugh straight off the couch played. Saquon Barkley was injured. He didn't even look like himself out there for the most part. He was hurt holding his arm, and he beat us. They beat us with just a bunch of injuries. Darren Waller, have a day, 7 catches for 98 yards. If you guys tailed my picks on Prize Picks, I had Terry getting more than 5 receptions. We cashed on that, and we cashed on Darren Waller getting over 36.5 receiving yards. He cashed on that. He smashed that with 98 yards, and I said that. I said we can't guard tight ends. We just can't stop tight ends at all. Kyle Pitts went crazy against us. Cole Kmet went crazy against us 2 weeks in a row. Yeah, we're just not a good football team. We're not a playoff team. And honestly, I wish they would just fire Ron and fire everybody. Really, I mean, you can't fire everybody because it's the middle of the season, but I would just fire Ron. There's no point in really keeping him. There's just no point. You're just really wasting time. Maybe you can see what Eric Bieniemy can do, but he's been underwhelming so far. Honestly, I haven't really seen improvements on the offense. To be honest, I mean, he'll have 1 good game and then 1 trash game. He'll have 1 good game and then 2 trash games. And the crazy thing is, we play the Eagles next week. We're going to play them hard. We're going to play them tough. We're going to lose by like 5 points. That's what's going to happen. We always do stuff like that. We're going to lose by like 5 or probably 3 against the Eagles. We're going to play them tough. We're going to play up to our competition and then lose at the end of the game. So, yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time because I'm on vacation, but it's just disappointing, man. It really is. And somebody said on my video, they were like, you're hedging. You sound like you're hedging your bet. You don't want to pick Washington. Like, I can't pick Washington when we just got blown up by the Bears. And we do stuff like, we always lose to the Giants. We always do. We always find ways to lose to the Giants. And this was a big game, man. We could have been 4-3. Could have been 4-3 and then playing the Eagles next week, who probably will lose to the Dolphins tonight. And we would have had a big opportunity to be 5-3, a legitimate chance, but we just pissed it away against the Giants. We start out flat and unprepared, just like the Bears team. Flat, unprepared, not ready, sluggish, lethargic, getting sacked every third down, not ready to play. And Bieniemy, he's just been disappointing. He has. And Sam looked like a rookie out there today. He's not a rookie, but he looked like a rookie today. He made some mistakes. He did. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of you guys Sunday. Everybody have a good one. I'll try to make a video tomorrow, maybe duds and duds or just some trade deadline stuff, trade deadline video, stuff like that. All right, you guys, Health Commanders. Peace.